Let's talk about blowout brushes because I know so many people who have said, I'll never use that. It will cause breakage. It damages your hair. It does all these things, right? I've seen on TikTok before people say, like, don't use this tool. It's the worst. But it's so convenient, right? And that's why we love it because it makes blowing your hair out easy and quick. So I'm a huge fan of the blowout brush, and I want to give you guys some tips that if you want to use this, I'm telling you, you can use this without damaging your hair. You just have to do it correctly. So I'm going to give you guys a few tips to use this the right way. First thing that might be the biggest and most important thing is you want your hair to be at least like 70% dry when you use this tool. You don't want to use this on soaking wet hair. It is not meant to really dry your hair. It's more meant to style your hair. So you want your hair to air dry, or even if you rough dry it with the blow dryer, meaning like not style drying, like just truly running the blow dryer through it. But you want your hair to be pretty dry when you use this tool. That's gonna prevent that damage, that breakage, it getting way too hot. I've seen people use it and it's like literally steaming. Your hair is probably too wet. So that's tip number one. Your hair should be like at least 70% dry, maybe even drier than 70%. I don't know. I'm not really that great at math, but it should be pretty dry. Second thing is you always want to use a heat protectant. So I'm actually going to spray a little bit in right now. So this is a heat protectant spray, protects up to 450 degrees. If you're not using a heat protectant, you definitely want to get one. I feel like it's a must-have for any routine. I mean, most of us use heat at some point in our hair journey, whether it's blow drying or using hot tools like a curling iron or the straightener. So always, I like a spray better than a cream because my hair is, my hair's not thin, but it's definitely more on the fine side. So I always use a spray. It seems to be like lighter weight to me, and I just prefer a spray over a cream. Then the last thing that I think is really important is I use this on low. I don't use this on high. So it has a low, a cool, and a high. And I always start with it on low. Sometimes I'll kick it up to the high setting when my hair is mostly dry just to give it like a real blast of like heat so that it stays. But I use it pretty much the whole time on low. So I always do my hair in sections. This is on low, like I said, and I kind of just drag it through and then twirl it at the bottom. My hair is actually like a little bit drier than I would like for it to be. It's like 99% dry. I usually like to do this when my hair is just a little bit wet. That helps it hold the style better. But I'm going to go through it and I'll show you guys the result. All right, so bottom's all done. I did it on low. I like this because I can usually skip the straightener because it's pretty straight and it's pretty sleek. So I'm running out of time to go to part two.